So, yes, as promised, Koli Obasa of thisKoliObasa.com. I'm here with an internet sensation. Okay, you can see him live and direct. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing this a little bit different today because, well, thank God for technology. He's way over in the States. I'm here in England, but thank God for technology and the mighty people at Skype. I'm able to cut the boundaries between us and have Dr. Shola with us here today. Most of you know him. I don't need any introduction, but you can see him live here, and we're going to be having a chat about different things. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, Dr. Shola, for joining us on thisKoliObasa.com today. It's I know it's not been easy to create time for little people like us here because you're a big hit now. You're a big hit, especially among the Nigerian folks.
People have a big logo. I don't have a logo at all.
Me, this one I've been saving for it for a very long time. So that's why I'm wearing it every time. But thank you for joining us on the show today. Thanks so much. Listen, if I can start with the first question, yeah. So how did you start? How did you start? I'm going to get into the meat of it later on, but how did you start this whole internet thing?
It was 3 years ago. I've been a pastor for a long time. I work with Schlumberger. It's a oil company. And during that time, I was always on computer and all that kind of stuff. And that gave me a little opportunity to know a little bit about the computer technology. I couldn't put it to use when it comes to educating people and all that kind of stuff, but I was doing some little stuff on the computer until I decided to come back into full-time ministry. So I went from $11,000 a month working for Schlumberger to earning $1,000 a month coming into the ministry. So in my head, I began to think about it. How am I going to cope with all this stuff and all that kind of stuff? So that was how the internet radio idea popped into my head. Okay. And the first in New York City, first in the United States. So I was able to set it up for Nigerian people. Okay, so that was the one I started. I called that one TNI Radio. That's the Touchdown International Radio. And right after that, I began to see people connecting to me and all that kind of stuff. And 3 years ago, my mother died, and I was so depressed. I was so depressed, and I've been, so depressed. I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I decided, let me go back to the gym. So on my way to the gym, I had my phone hanged on the screen, on the windshield. Okay, I was driving, and something happened. I do not understand how my phone went from me making a phone call into recording me as I was driving.
Right.
So I was like, wow, this is good. This is a good idea right here. I can actually record myself talking right here as I'm driving, and I can put it on Facebook, and people can get blessed. On my way coming back from the gym, I recorded my first video. That was the one I did that same November of that year. And that's how the whole stuff went crazy right after that.
Wow. You became an instant hit after what you described. Some of your posts and vlogs and videos actually went viral. I remember you doing a recording in your car. That's the first video I saw of you, and I remember you were talking about how it is, how our folks back home would call and say, send me money. I need 500 naira, 500 pounds to complete a project and everything. So you actually went. It went viral, and you're an internet sensation. Trust me, a whole lot of people who watch your show, who want to hear what you want to say about. So it's a good thing you mentioned how this all started. How were you able to make that transition from working at Schlumberger to doing podcasts and vlogs?
It's not that difficult because I was a pastor 7 years in Nigeria before coming into the state. So when I got to the state, I decided I don't want to be a pastor anymore. So I took the name pastor off of my name. So I was working with Slumber J, and coming in to start doing recordings and all that kind of stuff is really easy because it's more or less a talent. It's already in me already. I dream of it all the time.
Okay.
But America gave me the opportunity to bring it out. If let me say I'm still living in Nigeria by now, maybe I won't even go into it. But in America, the system is kind of like easy for you to make recordings and post on the internet. The internet is all right. The gadgets are available for you. So coming in, the only difficult issue is the issue of the money. Just imagine going from 11 to 1. 11 to 1. But along the line, I found out prosperity is not money. Prosperity is what you're able to do with your life, and at the end of it, you are able to be at peace.
Right.
Even though you don't have $1 million, you have $1,000 a month. You're able to utilize that 1,000, and you're able to get peace out of that 1,000. That means you're prosperous. That's prosperity.
That's fantastic. Listen, what happened when you mentioned earlier how you mistakenly touched record on your phone and you started recording yourself on your dash doing a video So what gave you that inspiration after that first recording to continue doing this? Did people already start engaging with the first video and that made you do more, or what happened after that?
It's kind of like there's a joy in my heart that I'm able to bless some people that what they could not say, I said it for them. A lot of people are kind of like really tired of Nigerians asking them for money, but they're not able to tell them. They just still want to be pretending like, okay, America is good. We got money. We can send you guys any amount of money we can send. But they're really tired. They're really tired. They don't want to send no money. But they cannot tell it to them that, okay, wait, we're tired of all this, you're lying, and all that kind of stuff. So Pastor Shola is actually the one who put himself in that position to tell them what we are thinking. So the way they embraced it, the phone calls I was getting, the emails I was getting, just made me to say, wow, let me just go crazy with this stuff. Maybe this stuff is going to yield, profit, and then be able to touch people's lives and change the orientation of Africans towards we people that lives in the diaspora. So that was where I connected to that. And then I continued writing scripts upon script upon script. Then later, I decided to change the script around just to do something different.
All right, fantastic. Okay, you're one of the first athletes that I know of that pioneered the car video thing, the phenomenon of recording videos in cars. Can you tell us about your most engaging car video, the most popular one, or one of your most favorite ones?
Well, let me come up with these. I happen to be the first person to do that stuff. The first person to do it. So one thing I appreciate about the Americans is that the Americans will call you and tell you, we want to do the same video you're doing. Do you have copyright on this stuff or not? I always tell them, no, I don't have any copyright on it. You guys can do it. But our Nigerian people don't care. They just do it, and they make it to be like they are the ones doing it. Understand? What Nigerians do is they copy your idea, they make it their own, and they make other people to believe that they are the ones who got this stuff. Okay, so but the American people always call me. They send me emails asking me, can they do the same? So I happen to be the first person that did that stuff. Now everybody's doing it all over the world. I'm happy about it. It's a good thing, because if it's not good, nobody will copy it. So, but the video, when you come to the video, I think the one I did that I said something about Ejameta Oluwere ati Abiwubada. That day I was just going. I remember a prophet called me from Nigeria, and he lied to me, and he told me, he said, we have to do ritual, that because he could see death, that my enemy was then about to die and stuff like that. We have to do ritual and all this stuff. And I said, what do I do? He said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And he mentioned some stuff and everything. I was just laughing. And then by the time I dropped the phone, I thought about it and said, Jesus won't be happy me doing rituals. That if I die, it's better for me to die and go to heaven than for me to die and go to hellfire. So then probably like about a month after I made that video, and that video went crazy. And I think that video is actually one of my favorites videos when we talk about my videos that I've made.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna show one of your videos now for
Wow.
the viewers, and I'm sure they will like it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this video I wanted to do today, just to chip it out there, is just trying to make the single people to understand some fact about how to actually attract a man to yourself. A lot of people have been asking questions of, Pastor, how do I find? I'm going to just let you know that there's these 3 ways to finding the best one to go for. The number one I'm going to share is seduction. A lot of women believe that, okay, when I show cleavage and I show my backside and everything, I'm going to get the attention of a man. You are 100% right. You're not wrong at all. But the kind of a man that you will get is going to be a wrong kind of guy. Because the guy will see you as if to say you are demanding for sex. And this one is sex-starved and he's showing me all what she's got. And she wanted me to come and give it to her. And then he would do likewise.
So, Dr. Shola, you are your message right now, and it's always been, to be quite honest, it's about godliness. So even when you started out and you were doing videos in the car, you always infused an element of godliness into your videos. So is there a particular message you want to pass to your viewers and listeners?
Well, I found out that people are no longer going to church. A lot of people have disconnected from going to church because of the way the churches are being run, because of the belief of the pastors, the method of the pastors and everything. People are deviating from the Bible. And a lot of people have been, their lives have been destroyed. So they decided not to go to church anymore. So that was why I'm putting comedy into my own production. Because if people are able to laugh when they come out of depression or out of their anger, they will be able to listen to you, what you're saying. So my message is that we can live a holy life and at the same time we can enjoy ourselves. So I always want to address the issue of marriage, because marriage is very, very important. The devil is looking for a way of destroying the society. He has tried it with the church. It didn't work because of the corporate anointing. So the devil is now going to the foundation, that is the home, the marriage of the people. People are getting divorced these days. Pastors are getting divorced these days. And so many things are happening. People are, living in abusive relationship, and they could not say anything because they believe Christianity is like when you get married, you can get out of it. Okay? But that's not what the Bible says. If you read the Bible very well, you'll find out that a man who is beating his wife, a man that is abusive, is not born again. So the Bible is actually written for people that are born again. So that law is for people that are born again. The Bible now said in the book of book of Corinthians chapter 17 or 7 thereabout, that a man who is not born again, if he's married to a woman that is born again, if that man is willing to live, let him live. The woman is not bound. So we are trying to bring people out of abusive relationship. We're trying to bring people out of bondage for them to live a good life, so that they will not die in that relationship. And as well, my message, is going towards pastors who are crooked. Pastors looking for money. They are doing rituals. They're doing all kinds of things and playing, game upon the people and all that kind of stuff, for them to reconstruct their lives, for them to reconnect back to God. And those ones that are not called by God should drop whatever they're doing and go back into discipleship, for them to go and learn the things of God and pray to God for God to use them the right way. Maybe then our society will be clean and clear of all these atrocities and crimes and all these things that we are experiencing daily. So I believe that thousands of lives have been blessed through my videos, and the testimonies are there. People calling me, so many people calling me, so many people writing to me, and all that kind of stuff. So my belief is that by the time we all come together, a lot of people doing videos now. When I started, it was crazy, but I will share that with you later when you ask me about that. But the issue is, every one of us, if we can come together and preach undiluted word of God, a lot of people will change and our society will be great.
Oh, great. I'm glad you mentioned your message on marriages.
Yes.
I believe you've written a book on marriage as well. I think you
Yes.
referenced your wife.
I wrote a book. I wrote a book on marriage. I call it "My Wife, My Life."
That is
Fantastic.
beautiful. That is beautiful. Your wife must be a special lady. You've written a book about your wife. It's amazing.
But let me tell you this. This has nothing to do with me and my wife anyway.
Right.
But what I'm saying is your wife
Right.
should be your life.
I understand that.
The way you treat your wife matters, and that's going to bring forth the kind of life that you're going to live.
Okay.
A woman is like a computer. You put anything you put in the computer, that's what you get.
Sure.
So what you give or what you put into your wife is what you get. The woman is always on the receiving side. The Bible says, give, it will come back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaking together. So when you give insult to the wife, it's going to give back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaking together. Whatever insult you give, your life will become the same thing. The woman will become arrogant. You will not have peace in your life. Your life will be messed up because your wife is not happy with you.
Right.
So when you go through the book, you're going to see how you can unlock the hidden treasure in your wife. Women are very, very powerful. If you can run and treat them right, and you can run their life the right way you should, if you can take time to study them, you will get the best out of your life.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You have a lot of followers, as we all know, and your message is it's a special message that appeals and uplifts and inspires. But obviously, no matter how good you are in anything you do, you must have people who are not happy with that message. I'm talking about bad belly people now. You know what I mean by bad belly people? There will always be bad belly people who are like, what is he talking about, God? Is it the only special one? So do you always get people like that who are not happy with your messages, who are antagonistic to what it is you're trying to achieve?
All right. This point where you get to, this point right here is very important in my life. And so many times I will enter my bathroom and cry.
Wow.
Many times. At the beginning of the whole stuff. This particular ministry came suddenly. I wasn't prepared for it. To really hit the nail on the head is not an easy thing. And then the kind of message I picked, or that was given to me by God to propagate the gospel, is not the usual kind of ways of a man of God. Everybody always believed that a man of God should look like this, should dress like this, should speak like this, should act this way. But mine is totally contrary to the normal way that people see men of God. That people do come to me and ask me, are you really a pastor? Are you really a pastor? And all that kind of stuff. So at the beginning of the whole stuff, I had an understanding of what I'm doing, and I believe God gave me that idea. And the idea, was really working. But I just found out there are so many pastors. They attack me right, left, and center. They say all manners of stuff. Some of them call me devil. Some of them call me demon. Some of them call me crazy guy.
Wow.
Some of them call me so many kind of names and stuff that, normally if the idea, or probably the what can I call it? The inspiration is from me. By now, I will have stopped. I won't do this stuff anymore. But there's something in me that keeps telling me, continue doing it. If you don't do it, you cannot have rest. You have to continue doing it. So they attack me right, left, and center. But one thing that happened along the line, as I continued doing this stuff, I found out that they started joining too.
Wow.
So I found out they started joining. They started recording videos. I started recording videos from their cars, recording videos from their home, recording all kinds of stuff. And then I started seeing their message, or the messages started changing also. Because my own method is a kind of method that can actually bring in the Muslims, the Christians, the unbelievers together to listen to the real word of God. But if you look at my videos, sometimes I don't even quote scriptures. Even if I quote scriptures, it's going to be just very few. Because I don't want to let the Muslims feel like, okay, we can't listen to this guy. I don't want to make the unbelievers to think like we cannot listen to this guy. Everybody needs to have a relief. They are looking for peace in their homes. They're looking for peace in their marriage. So they will be able to come under that teaching to listen to it. But it's so challenging because everybody thinks a pastor should look like this. You're not supposed to have a beard. You're not supposed to wear a t-shirt. You're supposed to watch what you say. You can't talk about sex. You can't talk about this. You can't talk about. But these are the things that are messing up our marriages. These are things that are messing up our homes. Our Christians, Christian sisters, they are not satisfied sexually, but they are not able to say anything because they are born again. Christian sisters, they need their husbands to give them different styles and different whatever, what about sex and everything. Unbelievers talk to them when they go to work. They tell them how beautiful sex is. They talk about climax. They talk about all those kind of stuff. But the Christian homes, they don't feel all that. Christian brothers are not romantic. Their homes just dry. All they do is pray, fast, go to church, come back, fight a little bit, go to church, come back. Their wife is not able to, she's not able to voice out what is inside of her. So many young ladies that are Christian cannot even demand for sex from their own husbands. They have to wait until the man is ready for them. The man might not be ready in 2 weeks. He's tired. He comes home tired and he's always sleeping. And some of the men will go to the bathroom and jack off. They don't even want to do. But the women, they're waiting. Yeah, they're waiting. They are not able to ask because if as a young lady, a Christian, if you ask your husband that, can I have sex today? He say, wow.
What? What do you mean?
Must be a demon. Yeah, it's not in our culture. Okay, it's not in our culture to bring for something like that. But it's more or less like cheating. We're abusing these women, and that's what I preach. And people were attacking me before I got to know it. I started saying, I saw a woman that's doing sex at breakfast. I was like, good job. Wow. Now you guys are no longer attacking me. You are now preaching the same message I'm preaching. I saw another one that's talking about sex or whatever. So many things. They're carrying it all around the place right now and they're teaching it. I'm so happy when I see people now embracing it. But at the beginning, the first 1 year or 2 years, it was hell. They gave me hell. I sometimes wake up in the morning when I see comments, when I see text messages. I go to my bathroom and I cry.
Wow.
But thank God for the day. Thank God for the day that I didn't give up. Life has still been changed. A lot of people are now connecting. And even the Americans, the Caribbean people, they do the same thing. They go in their car, they record messages about marriage, about how to live a good life, how to live a pure life, and all that kind of stuff. And people are getting blessed. So I thank God I didn't give up. It'll stop though.
Let's see one of your videos again now. Probably
okay.
The one you were talking about sex.
That would be great.
Let's see you in action.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to another video. This is a very, very hot story. And I want you guys to just benefit from it quickly before the end of the year. 1 year. She told the guy, you are not my class. Okay? Now, I have paid you everything I owe you. All the school fees that you paid, all the rent that you paid, the food on the table and everything. I have paid you. The woman said, how did you pay me? You've been sleeping with me. Do you think somebody like you on a normal level can even call me to ask me out? So I gave you that. You're supposed to be paying me $500 per round. But I didn't take any money. So calculate how many times we slept together. So that's actually the payment of whatever you've done for me. Took the wedding ring out. Throw it to the guy. Divorce paper. Oh yeah, sign it.
So, Dr. Shola, there's no way I can end this chat without talking about the big elephant in the room, especially in the minds of so many Nigerians. Okay, so what do you think about the current state of affairs in Nigeria?
Well, if I may come to you from this angle, I'm not a politician. I really don't want to go into politics. I run away from politics all the time because you can never understand politics. Politics is more or less a game, like you're playing chess, playing Ludo, all that kind of stuff. So every one of them in the system, they know exactly what card they're playing to be able to benefit or probably to benefit the country and all that kind of stuff. At this level, right now, talking about Nigeria with my own little knowledge of politics, probably what I see going on in the society, it's just that we Nigerians, we don't give people time to prove themselves. We are always anxious. It's just the nature of everyone, nature of human beings anyway. Even here in America, with all what Obama has done, people are still saying he's a bad president. So people don't give credit to people. We always want a finished product. We want someone that wants to perform magic and stuff. And it's not possible for magic to be performed when it comes to politics. We have to take it step by step. The country, Nigeria, is a corrupt country. Every one of us were corrupt. And for us to actually come together and build a better Nigeria, it will take a long time. It will take a long time. It will take a lot of effort. And it will take a lot of sacrifice in the path of we Nigerians, we citizens, that we are going to be able to look back and say, okay, we want to build a Nigeria that is good for our children and for our children's children to inherit. So we have to first of all knock down our own appetite for corruption. When we knock it down, and then we embrace truth and transparency, I think Nigeria will be a great place, because I was watching on TV some 2 years ago a guy who happens to be an investor. I was sharing with people. He said, if you are a millionaire, a billionaire in America, you want to invest your money. He said, there's a country that I found out where you can invest your money, that your money will yield, and that's Nigeria. Okay, so many people here in America, they're going back home to buy properties, to buy land, buying everything, because they believe Nigeria will be a great country one of these days. All we need is good leadership, and therefore the followers to be able to pray and support the leader that has been put upon their life. Now, one thing I don't want us to forget, nothing comes to pass without God having understanding about it. Whatever we're passing through right now, God is God, the understanding of it. All we need to do as a part of human is for us to be transparent and for us to be supportive. Let's pray for this guy. Buhari is doing well when it comes to the issue of corruption. He's doing well when it comes to the issue of international connection and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the economy, we are still lacking behind. I can say probably the time of good luck is actually a little better when talk about the economy and stuff. But I think these people are, they're doing experiments anyway. They will eventually get to that point before it's too late. I just want to advise the country to, let's just support them. Let's just stop making noise. Let's stop distracting them. Let's stop making them look bad. Let's just support and continue to pray for them. And we'll see where Nigeria is going to get to. I believe Nigeria is going to be a great country. I myself am actually planning on moving to Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Nigeria. I just got a place in Nigeria in Ibadan, and I can hold about 800 people. I want to start doing conferences, and that's what we need in Nigeria. Let me talk briefly on this. You see, education is very important. The Bible is talking about knowledge. It said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. It's because we don't know. If you take your time to teach and show people the way, they will follow it. Okay? In Nigeria, when you go to churches in Nigeria, they will tell you, bring 1,000, come and touch my shoe, so that you can get prosperity. You've seen that a lot. Yeah. Bring 1,000, come and touch my hand, and all that kind of stuff. And then these people that are poor people, they still get the 1,000, they put it on a rich guy's palm, and this guy is going to continue to get richer by the day, but they still remain poor in their life. But one thing that happens is that if you can teach them how to become rich, teach them to become business owners, teach them how to be a good man in the home, teach them how to be a good woman to support the home, teach them how to invest, how to save, how to do all kinds of stuff, then their life will be better. And then they can bring you $1 million as offer later in the future. Instead of you taking 1,000 now and then making them to remain poor, why don't you teach them the way to make money? And when they make money, they will come with $1 million check for you. Because at that point in time, you will be so happy to take that check, and then God will bless that check in your hand. Because you already put them on a level whereby they can never beg for bread. So that understanding is what I want to take to Nigeria. I want to be able to teach people, an average person on the street, how to start an online business.
Wow, okay.
I want to teach someone that doesn't have any understanding about computer to know that computer can earn you a living. Why don't we take you to the computer class? Let's teach you how to become computer savvy. And then we teach them all these things, and let's train men to be men. A man's supposed to be a provider, not woman. If your wife is the one providing in the home, she can only go this far before she will snap. Okay? They are only meant to help. They're not meant to be the sole provider.
Sure.
So as a man, what can I do to be on top in the home? As a woman, what can I do to respect my men? As we teach, the pastors are going to be able to rest because people will not just depend upon praying, and coming to you for counseling. They will already have the understanding of what to do to be the best man in the home, the best wife in the home. How can I start a business? What can I do on the side to make money? And all that kind of stuff. Before we get to know it, we're not going to depend upon the government for anything that much. We will be the one to pay tax to the government to do roads, to do all kinds of stuff. Because we are focused on one direction. And the government has failed Nigeria. Like we say they failed. Not really they failed, understand ourselves, but we are putting too much of our attention on them. So if we can take that attention out or away from the government and put that attention on us, and then what can I do to better my life? What can I do? The internet is a global market. It's a place where you can actually touch anywhere. You can go sell in China. I'm actually teaching people how to start business to become CEO right now. And you don't have to have a dime to do so. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to get the inventory. It's not going to be in your home. I'm going to teach you how to start an online mall. You're going to own a shop in the mall online. And now you can sell and make income come for you. So we can actually teach people how to pray to their God, how to read the Bible, how to interpret the Bible, how to live a good life. Okay? And then when you have 10,000 naira, don't look at 10,000 as small money. There is a way you can invest that 10,000 that will bring for 12,000 in 3 months. So you need to have understanding, mutual fund. How do I save for the rainy day? You teach them in church how to do all that. And as they continue to come in, you are liberating them. You are setting them free gradually. And that's what I intend to do in Nigeria. I'm going to go into Ibadan to do that. I'm going to start right afresh from there and start building and building and building until we get to that level where we are going to be able to produce men and women who are capable of standing on their own. And they won't have to depend upon anybody, but just upon themselves, alone and God. And that's what I think. I think Nigeria will be good if we can actually follow that and educate ourselves and depend on ourselves and God, and less focus on the government. And I think Nigeria will be great.
That'll be good. I'm sure there are a lot of people back home in Nigeria who would love to have that kind of opportunity because, like last week I was interviewing an author and businessman by the name of Olusegun Oyegbami. He wrote a book about Nigeria called Reversing the Rot in Nigeria. And he was quite critical of not just the government, but also religious houses, churches, and ourselves, including himself as an individual, and the fact that we're being led. We believe so much in religion rather than godliness. And that's why I brought that topic up, because you are teaching about godliness. We need to know how to be godly first before actually going out there and spreading the word to our fellow man. So my question is this. What do you think? You are one of the few people who, you're one of the few people who believe we should give the present government time. A few months ago, it was a bit different because the present president, General Buhari or President Buhari, came into power on the back of a whole lot of popularity.
Yes.
But things are starting to change. The tides are starting to change against him. So you believe we should give him some time. I believe we should give him some time. There's nothing we can do about it anyway. We can't do nothing till 2019. But what do you think we can do as Nigerians? Because there are Nigerians who feel the country is going down the drain, and you can't help but understand their viewpoint.
That's a fact. It's a fact, and we cannot actually dribble away from that. Every one of us who can see that. Look at the exchange rate; it's terrible. People cannot even; they're not able to feed their families in Nigeria. People are not getting paid. Also, a lot of us when we go to Nigeria with hard currency, we go there and just sweep all their naira. And just imagine you going to the black market on your way coming back, a trailer load of naira is following you all the way home. And people are not happy about it. But one thing I want you to understand is this. You see, the change in government with Nigeria, we're not actually consistent in a way. What happened is here in America when the president is actually on a project. By the time that president will leave the office, the next president will follow
absolutely
that project. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But in Nigeria, we abandon the project and push it aside.
Yeah.
And we start a new one. You understand? You know how many buildings are there in Lagos that have been abandoned? You know a lot of buildings in Akure that have been abandoned, a lot of them are abandoned because it was the project of the former governor or former president.
Yeah.
So it's not what I want. I'm going to do something different. So we abandon, we waste money on so many things in Nigeria. So, but we cannot look away from the poverty eating the country right now. Buhari came into power, everybody was so excited that, okay, yeah, this guy is going to be the savior. And I always tell people, you don't put trust in men. Don't trust people, okay? People that you know yesterday may not be the one that you're seeing right now and stuff. And then I don't want us to forget that the system was already going down before he came to power. It's just like here, let me just talk a little bit about Obama. When people are talking about the direction that the country is going is not good. We want to take the country back to how it used to be.
Yeah.
And recently they went through this old paper whereby the ratio of joblessness in America, is now so low. And so many things have gone down, so many people have gone up. The country is actually doing well. And somebody was asking, do you want America to go back to how it used to be without jobs? You want to go back to how America used to be without, security, without this, without that? What are you talking? There is no way people will praise a government. Human beings, when something is lacking in this area, we say they're not good. When something is lacking in this small area, we say they're not good. You see, we don't credit them for the good stuff that they've done. Look at the issue of crime. Look at the issue of corruption that this man is battling right now. Let's just believe that, okay, now, maybe the guy is slow, like everybody's saying, that Mr. Snail, okay? Let's believe that he's still experimenting. This will stop. Now they have returned back the power to the banks now to be able to send out the dollars and all that kind of stuff. They stopped it. So it's kind of like more or less like experiment. I believe Nigeria will still be great. I believe that gradually we're going to get there. America didn't just become America. They failed several times also. So we Nigerians, we love to argue. I know, I understand the pain of the people. But we are this kind of people that, we love to argue things out. In America, when the price of gas goes up, you know what we do? We still buy it.
We buy it.
But
That's right.
what we do? We stop going out. In Nigeria, and nobody will know, but in Nigeria, when they increase the gas price, they burn the street. When they increase the gas price, they burn every vehicle on the road. But in America, they increase gas price and everything. We buy the gas, we stay home. We don't go out. If you are supposed to go anywhere, you take the train.
That's right.
So that you can actually, so what you see spending is what you see spending. You adjust to that life. That's what they call civilization. When you're civilized, you know that there will be fluctuation in everything. Nothing can come constant. Nothing. Change is the only thing that is constant. You have to change all the time. There must be changes. Constantly. It's either good change or bad change. It will come. But when we continue to now badmouth them and making them look bad and we're shouting, the international world is looking at us, they believe Nigeria is worthless. Let us keep all of our messed up clothes within our country. Let's wash them in the secret. Let's deal with them. Let's pray for them. There is no man that can handle the situation of Nigeria. I'll tell you, no human being. Now, don't forget, that country is made up of 500 languages.
That's right.
Okay? So for a single guy coming from your state to say, okay, I want to be president, you are actually going to be going against a lot of different mentalities, different understanding, different culture, different everything. Everybody wants their own country to be served.
That's right.
Then they're going to tell you are biased because in Adamawa you didn't do anything there because you are from your state. No, you see, the government doesn't run that way. Okay? So when we look at the country Nigeria, we found out that anybody who happens to be the president is facing a lot of challenges. Big one. Okay? It will take time. It will take support. It will take people hoping. It will take people being transparent and then connecting and obeying instruction also.
That's right.
Obeying instruction also. I was in Nigeria one time, just ordinary stop sign or stop light, sorry. People cannot obey. The light was red. I was standing right in front of the light, and everybody behind me started passing me by.
That's right. That's right.
I was there until the light turned green. And I said, okay, why are you guys blaming the president for? What are you blaming the president for? You're supposed to blame yourself because you yourself cannot obey simple instruction. Red light, stop.
Stop. That's right.
Red light, go. We cannot obey instruction. How are we going to be blaming the president? You see, we need to first of all go home to different homes to change Nigeria. A 15-year-old boy is doing ritual because he wants to become a big guy in town spending money. Okay?
Yeah.
So any 15-year-old that's spending money in town should be arrested. Any 19-year-old spending money in town, driving a nice car all around town should be arrested. Let's investigate. How did you make your money? In America, you cannot put $10 million in your bank account. IRS will knock on your door the next day.
That's right.
Okay? So in Nigeria, you can put money anyhow and do anything and say it's my money. People are doing rituals. People are stealing people. They are they're kidnapping people, taking money, and then you are blaming the government. We can say, okay, the government is the one that is not releasing money to town and just doing this, but we cannot continue to do that. We need to go home to our different homes, train our children's right. Let's start from the homes. You see, this journey is a long journey. It's not something we can finish unless you want to actually use chewing gum to block the basket. And if you use chewing gum to block the basket, it will stop leaking for just a while.
That's right.
Later, when heavy water is inside of that basket, it's going to leak again. Okay? So it's better for us to go back to the foundation. And the foundation is our homes. Train our children to be satisfied with whatever we give them. Train our children to go back to school and focus in school. Let them become job creators in the society. Let them not just be dependents. Let them be CEOs of companies in Africa, in Nigeria, all over the place. There are so many ways to do that. And that's why I'm calling on all of our pastors in Nigeria. Let us stop just collecting offering and tithes alone. Let us invest in the life of those people also. We're starting universities that our church members cannot even attend. We're starting schools that even our church members cannot even take their children to register with because it's too much of money. So, and that's what is actually bringing all this thing. Even the church is corrupt. So if we can actually deal with that from the grassroots, I think it's going to help the country in general. That's what I think.
I'm glad you said that, and I appreciate your comments on that. But let's take it a little bit lighter now, yeah? And stop talking about Nigeria because we can go on forever, as you know. So, what can you say to encourage young people who want to go into, video blogging like we know it as, or podcasting?
Okay. So many of them Nigerians, they have started on the background. I'm sorry to say. Just imagine you seeing a video on Facebook that said Buhari just got exposed, sleeping with a young girl. Okay? Everybody will go there and click, but to find out that the story inside the video is totally different, contrary to the headline.
That's right. That's right.
That's gonna give you, people are not gonna trust you anyway. At the end of it, you can only go like that for just a while, and then you're gonna lose the trust in people. So many young boys these days, they are looking for number of views. They want to, I want my video to get 10,000, 20,000 views and all that kind of stuff. Okay? What kind of profit do you get from that? Okay, even if at the end of the day, 20 million people are able to watch your video, but at the end of the day, when you check out the comments, they tell you, you're 419, stupid idiot. What are you doing? This stuff. I understand how stuff. No, but the issue is this. You see, for people that wants to go into recording videos, it's right now is part of what I'm teaching people. You can actually make a living posting on YouTube because as many as possible that view your video you're getting paid through the advertisement that the YouTube is putting in between your video. So my advice to young people is for them to learn. Come down, learn the trade. There's nothing you do in life that you don't learn about. That you have to be educated when it comes to it, for you to still be relevant. Not to be relevant for 1 month and then not relevant again. For you to be relevant, you have to be truthful. Let your message be the same as your headline.
Okay.
Let your message be clean and pure truth, not you making up a lie just because you want people to read bad news. These days, bad news will sell better than good news. When people see Pastor Shola just bought a jet, they will say, "Don't read that one, Joe." But when they say Pastor Shola just killed a woman being, people will rush down there. They want to know Pastor Shola just got arrested for fraud. People go there and listen.
Yeah.
But this is not making us. This is damaging us. Okay? That's still part of what they call the love of money. It's the root of evil. Those young boys, they are in love with money. They want to make money on YouTube, on Facebook. So they don't care what kind of image they're building. For you to be able to last in this business, you have to build a very good image. You have to be truthful to the people. Do your research. Don't give us numbers that you're making up in your head. Do your research well, like you are doing. You're interviewing people. So automatically, by the time you talk about Pastor Shola, you're actually saying the truth about me. Investigating when did I start? What kind of challenges I got? So for young people that wants to go into this, be truthful in dealing with people. Information is so important that people pay to buy information. But when they're buying the wrong thing, you are not making them, you are destroying them in the society. At the same time, you can make a living through it. You do it right, you can make money off of YouTube, posting your videos. So many people post comedy, to make people laugh. People are actually, so many people are depressed. They're so depressed, they're bored. These days, they go to work, they come back. They want to read something, they want to see a video that will make them laugh, to relax and stuff. It's very good. So when you do it, post these videos there, let people laugh, you can make money from it. And it's going to be a benefit to you and to the people that are actually watching your stuff. That's pretty much what I have for them. They need to go and be trained about it. Just don't put any kind of video out there and stuff. And then let people stop talking about nasty stuff. I always see a lot of videos. They talk about nasty stuff and all this stuff, showing video of people having sex and all that kind of stuff. No, don't do that. As a young kid, be a very clean-minded person. Comedy, you can make people laugh without talking about sexual relationship. You can still make people laugh. There are so many things for you to say,
of course,
to make people laugh. Yeah,
of course.
So they need to be educated. They need to have clean platform, very clean platform and stuff. And then I want to advise them to wait for their time. Also, don't be in a hurry. Wait for your time. Gradually, you're going to get there. And the Lord will bless each and every one of us.
Okay, amen to that, by the way. So where can people watch your videos apart from Facebook?
Well, I have a channel on YouTube. It's still the same name, Shola Jordan Adeoye. Okay. Because I found out that people are now following Rejuvenation. They're following Shola. So they want to go on Google to search for Shola Jordan Adeoye. And now when they do, they're not able to find me. So I decided to change all my network, everything to Shola Jordan Adeoye. So when they follow that name, they follow that name to Instagram, they follow that name to YouTube, they follow that name to my website, they follow that name to Facebook. On Facebook, I have 6 full pages.
Wow.
On Facebook, and yeah, the few of them, with like 100,000 followership, 50,000 followership, and all that. Now I just newly created a fan page. It's gotten to almost about 6,000 right now. It's a new one because I'm trying to bring all of them together on one page.
Okay.
So that we can have fun together. Instead of me, I have to go to this page, that page, this page. Let everybody just come on one page.
Okay.
We can all have fun together right then. Yeah.
Okay. Final question for you then.
Yes.
What happens next with Dr. Shola? What's the next thing? What's the next big thing?
I just exposed my secret to you. I'm about to move to Nigeria.
Okay.
And what I want to do in Nigeria is this. I'm going to take just the video, just all the messages you've seen me teach on the video. I want to bring it live to the people. I don't want to run a normal kind of church. You know what I'm saying? It's not a normal kind of church of praise the Lord, bring offering, in Jesus' name, bless you, anointing oil, bang. No. I don't want to run that. I want to run a kind of a ministry that will empower the people. Okay? I've gained so much because of the years. I've been able to achieve a lot myself. I studied a lot. I've read so many books. I've listened to so many preachers. And I looked at it. I said, Christianity needs a different way, a new dimension to gospel, something that will become a powerhouse for Christians, that they will be able to say, I am not testifying by faith. I'm actually testifying for real. You know, I went from zero to hero. Come on, let's do it. How can we make a guy who is on the street, okay, pushing Omolanke, to make that Omolanke business into a fantastic, well-packaged business, okay, that he will start making money, having a bank account, and is actually hiring an accountant to calculate his income every year. Wow. And stuff. I want to go from that level of Mama Lakara on the street, who comes daily to church, to be able to package his Akara business in a new dimension way, in a new way, to make that Akara business to be a business that even graduates will want to connect to. Understand? Wow. So I want to go into that, not just praying. We're going to be praying. But you know what the Bible says? The Bible says walk and then pray. That's so right. People depend only on praying. They have actually thrown away the aspect of walking. But you cannot be blessed without walking. Bible says God will bless the work of your hand. If you don't have anything in your hand, God is not going to bless nothing. So many people pray and miss. They go to church and die there. But they're not seeing results because they refuse to know that something must be in your hand. Jesus Christ, when he wanted to turn water to wine, he said, go and fill it up. So there is a part that men would do. And then when he wanted to feed the thousands of people with bread, he said, what do you have? He said, we have bread and fish. Bring it. He didn't just say abracadabra, food appear. You must have something to offer. So what you have to offer that the pastors are no longer focusing on is what we want to focus on. The woman that he said, go and borrow vessels. And the little oil that you have in your home, keep on pouring, okay, until the old vessels that you borrowed are filled up. So there is something that you have. Let's go and open the head of the people. You know, the pastors these days, they love the tithe and offering coming in. It's very good when tithe and offering is coming in. But they don't care about the life of the people. They don't care about their marriage or the marriages of these people. They don't care. Maybe they are married to the right set of people. Maybe they are actually treating their wife right. They're treating their husbands right. These are the things I want to bring there. We call it practical Christianity. Okay. Practical Christianity. It's not by faith again. We're going to have faith. We're going to put our faith to work, and then we're going to see something tangible with whatever we're connecting our faith. So, Dr. Shola, that you're going to be seeing now in another few months, is going to be Shola 2.0. Wow. That's what I'm saying. So, I'm going crazy when it comes to that. So, we're going to the next level by God's grace, taking everything from just the video to reality, to the real sense of it, life in Nigeria. And then we're going to be shuttling between America and Nigeria, because right now I have a program I take all over. I call it Mass Marriage Renewal of Vows, whereby you and your wife will come in under my teaching. I will teach you what is meant to be taught, what you need to know. And then right after that, we're going to renew our vows. And then you turn to your wife and you tell your wife again, honey, I still love you. And I will still marry you 10 times again. Wow. And I'll say, you may kiss the bride. And then I will say, I pronounce you again, husbands and wives. And then they kiss themselves and we have a party. And then I leave that country, I leave that state, next place. Okay? So that's what I've already started. I started that one already, and I'm going all around. And London is going to be hosting me next in December. December, I'm going to be in London. This December, 2016. So I'm going to be coming in. I'm actually appealing to people that wants to host me, people that wants me to come into London. Write me a letter. Call me on the phone. Pastor Shola 2.0. I'm coming straight over there. Yes.
That's good. That's good to know.
We want to put the devil to shame, my brother.
That's good to know. So, before I let you go, one last thing that came to mind is you got a book, and obviously there might be people who are interested in buying this book. How can they get the book?
Simple. Everybody, all you need to do is just go on Amazon, Amazon.com.
Okay.
Just type in Shola Jordan Adeoye, or probably type in my wife, my life, and then it's gonna pop up, boom, just like that. And then you can grab your own copy. If you want the e-copy, it's there. For the hardcover like this, it's there also. And then if you live here in America and you live in Brooklyn, in Queens, you can actually go on our website. That is www.rejuvetv.com. You're going to see a link over there where you can actually click and you make your payment through PayPal. And then I'm going to ship a copy of this straight to your door by the grace of God. So this book is loaded, my brother. Okay. This is loaded right here. And if we have anybody who wants to become an agent in London, who wants to be agent in Nigeria, any country of the world, feel free to call us. And then we're going to ship out of this stuff to you. You can sell it from there. And you can make a profit for yourself on this book. We printed 1,000 the first time. That 1,000 was sold on Facebook.
Wow.
The 1,000 copy was sold on Facebook by the grace of God. So we are actually printing another 2,000 copies right now. And people are actually asking for more. A lot of churches are using it as their marriage counseling material. Right now, they give it to people to go and read at home. They come back, they ask them questions and all that stuff. So it's a very good book for people that wants to have a copy. It's very good for single brothers too, who wants to know who can I get married to? Where can I find a girl? A lot of people believe that if you want to find a girl, you go to church. There are so many bad girls in church these days. Some people believe if you want to get married, you go to the club. There are so many bad people in club also. On the street, bad people. But there are so many things that you can do to be able to see the green light and the red light. When you see the red light, you run away. When you see the green light, you can stay there for a while and study and study and study until God will say, okay, this is it. And stuff. Should I go to the prophet should I take 3 names to the prophet to say, prophet, please, can you pick one of them? Right. And then the prophet will say, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. B, take the B. No, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen that way. Okay? And this book is going to show you how to go about it. The woman is the padlock, and the man is the key. So many of us will put our key into a wrong padlock, and we'll be trying to turn it, but it's not working.
Right.
Okay? Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and then obtain favor from the Lord. So the door of favor, the padlock that is holding the door of favor is a woman. So when you find the right padlock and you turn it, open that door, favor will blow in at you. So for you to find favor, you first of all find the right wife, not the wrong one. So many people, they got married to their girlfriends, who is not a wife material. So many people, they got married to another person's wife.
Right.
So he is not able to open. How do you know this is the right one? Everything is in this book. Fantastic. You're going to be able to get blessed within this book.
Okay, that's so great. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
You heard it all, Dr. Shola. He's opened up about a whole lot of things. What's going on with him? What he's going to be doing next. He's talked about his internet sensationalism. If I can get my English right. But thanks so much for spending time with me today. You opened my eyes to a whole lot of things. I'm sure people who watch this would learn a thing or two about you and follow you as well. In fact, I'm sure many people who watch this will follow you more than me because you are the man. You know what I mean?
You're going to follow you too.
Send some followers my way as well, brother. That's what I mean. But that is so great to have you on board. And hopefully we'll keep this relationship going. Whatever it is you're doing, you can hit us up back here in England and we can help you promote it. Whatever. Thanks so much for your time, Dr. Shola.